It's snowing outside. It's not that warm. Let's change that. There we go. Welcome to Australia. I feel very out of place. Good morning or good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the channel if you are new to it. My name is Pauly and I have to make this really quick. For those of you who do not already know, I am currently in Australia where I'm surprising Chris from Vo-Gus Prospecting. I am currently in his backyard, boiling to death, waiting for his arrival. His girlfriend Zoe said that he will be here any minute, so I'm just hiding behind this fence. He parked around the other side apparently. I'm sneaking to the front door now. Good day, mate! Smile!
You sent me a message from... No.
How's it going, mate? Oh, how do you feel?
Bamboozled and confused.
I thought for sure you were convinced I was here.
No, I was like really convinced. You sent me a message from Canada yesterday.
No, I pre-planned that like ages ago. Have fun! Oh. I can't believe I'm actually here. Like, I'm in Australia. It's so different from Vancouver Island. I'm here with Chris from Vo-Gus Prospecting. He's somewhere out there in the distance. I used to watch his channel like before I was actually into gold prospecting. It's just so weird and overwhelming to actually be here with him now. When I first arrived in Australia, I hid out in Sydney for a little while, so I saw a lot of the Sydney city stuff, and I saw the Opera House, which was amazing, but it's a lot different to actually be here, like out in Australia where spiders and ants will kill you. Now you may have noticed I'm actually using a different camera for once, because my other camera sucks, but I still might have to use it because this GoPro is giving me heck. I poked around with a snorkel for a little bit, didn't find much. Tried at other spots, didn't find much, but now I think this spot should have amazing gold because Australia and Chris.
Sometimes.
I brought my spoon. Yay! It's not a huge sluice, but it's a sluice. Chris called me over for, whoa, Jesus, for his best bit of the day.
The best bit of the day. He's not huge. He's only little, but best bit.
Yay, specs.
Specs.
After a few more tries with the sluice, Chris and I have decided to go to another spot. So I'll see you in a sec. So new creek, new day, new water, new fun. You may have noticed that my quality has dropped significantly, and it's because I had to switch back to my shaky phone because I've had too much trouble with the new GoPro. So I think today I might just go out and get a brand new DSLR. Right now, Chris and I are working some bedrock right here. We're going to be moving in to all this area, hopefully exposing more bedrock, feeding up the bucket, and then filling up the sluice. And when we're done that, we're probably going to go over with the Gold Monster metal detector and see if we can find some easier targets.
Some specimens.
Some specimens. So I just went over some of the bedrock down here, and I believe I already have a target. So I did find some gold, but I don't think that was the target. Our target was probably a hot rock, but that's okay. I'm doing test pans as I go. I just did another one, and so far it's the biggest bet count I've had so far. I think 6 micros, but it's still pretty good, considering we are finding gold, and gold is wonderful. Micro! Going upstream to the sluice, you can see some gold in there. That's neat. I like how it's legal here. It's so satisfying to feed a sluice. I could do it all day. I found somebody else who likes blood. Half an hour later, we are still feeding the sluice and still finding a little bit of gold. It just started raining, which means I get a little bit of a break from the heat. So judging by the looks of the sluice, over here we're finding not too much. But then moving over this way towards all the nice looking bedrock, we're finding a lot of nice river gravels and a lot of clay. Ow. Yeah. So I'm just gonna do a test pan anyway and see how it looks. All right, we have a nice little bit right there. So potentially there will be more of those in the bucket that Chris is currently sluicing.
That's a nice bit of gold.
Just dump it all out.
Throw away the hard work. Yeah.
Ah. Yeah, see? Not bad. So I'm going to continue at this spot until it's time to go, which I don't imagine will be too much longer. Yeah, hopefully we'll have some more gold. So I was just about to end the video, and then Mr. Chris here calls me out and says, come over here.
I found something.
You found something. Holy cow. High five, mate.
I dropped it, but I rescued it. Yeah.
So this nugget came from that little hole there. And this is the kind of gold that he's finding. Jesus, look at that.
This is about 5 pans worth.
5 pans are still, that's some chunky stuff.
Yeah, well that's it. Or every bit's big.
It looks so much different than the stuff you find in BC.
I can't believe that. Like, that's ridiculous. My theory is that I'm working on top of a string reef because the bedrock's decaying around it, turns really grey and very clay-like. But when I put my shovel down there, you can feel the shovel breaking through quartz and you can hear it and everything else. And every time I get some of that quartz, I get more chunks.
So many more pans later, we are calling it quits. But in terms of gold, this is what we are looking at. Very shiny. And of course, so let's go home and see how we did. Back at the house, I got the GoPro working. So here's the gold that we found today. There's a lot of fine gold, including some super fine stuff that almost looks like sand. And of course, the chunky monkey. Now I could easily weigh this gold, but I'm gonna give the pleasure of the cup of tea. I could easily weigh this gold, but I think I'm gonna give that pleasure to Chris. So if you would like to see that, I suggest you go over to his YouTube channel. Speaking of Chris, I do believe that he does deserve a proper shout out, as he did give me a proper shout out when I first started, and I believe that's what got me into the right direction. So if you haven't already, please go check out his channel, and I'll leave a link in the description below. Now if you enjoyed this video, please let me know by leaving a like, comment, or subscribe. I have a few more trips planned while I'm here in Australia, so until the next one, thank you all for watching, thank you all for the support, and I'll see you later.